I no get favor number. I no get your number for you. Wait,
You don't like them.
I'm li- Hi people, what's how you doing everyone? Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, good day to you, wherever you may be watching. I know there are people tuning in from Nigeria, Ghana, and several other places. Please let me see in the chat box where are you signing up from. Good. I can see Adenuga, Victor. I can see Blessing, Glory. Somebody today. You can see we are so excited right here. You can see on my chest, my liberation has come. Somebody type in the comment section that my liberation has come. If you truly believe. So you want to type where you're joining us from. Yeah, my liberation has come. I can see the energy. Liberation me today. Glory. Woo! That is really awesome right there. So, you know what you want to do for me right now? Let me know what your name is and which particular country and region of the world you're signing up from. For example, I'm Denu, born from Nigeria. So please type it in the comment section. Let us know where you are coming, where you are where you are joining us from. That is very important.
Process pity.
So
You don't know.
I'm here with Clinton Okhai. That's Clinton. Clinton, say hi to everyone.
Hello, hello world. It's so good to be here today. We've been waiting for this day for over a month now, and finally, it's liberation. The liberation has come, guys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm seeing a lot of people in the comment section. I'm seeing Adesonya. I'm seeing Basi. I'm seeing Zeba from Pakistan. Wow, this is wonderful. This is beautiful. I'm so happy. I know that you guys are going to get lots of value here today. I can't wait. I can't wait for us to get up.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Clinton. It's so nice doing this with you, the liberator freelancers and all. So who is ready to get started today? Who is ready to get started today? Can we focus? Some people are crushing on Clinton already. Who is ready to get started today? Hi, Christy. I can see Salome from Bayelsa State residing in Akwa Ibom. I can see Wisdom. Okay. So once again, I welcome you all here. I'm trying to get us. I'm so sorry. I'm not that really techy, but I'm trying to get us a an overlay. Good news. Okay. So, how many of us have seen the agenda for today? Have you seen the agenda for today? If you have seen the agenda for today, please let me know in the comment section. I think Favor just rolled it out. If you have seen the agenda for today, let me see in the comment section and then let's get started. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Okay, good. Same. So let's just get started already. Let me see to showing it on our screen here so that and see. Okay.
So, guys, if you have got the presentation deck, Favor should have shared it to all of you. If you have gotten the presentation deck, you can access it right now. Please, can you say yes in the comment section so we know that you guys have gotten it and we can proceed, okay?
So, okay, we are starting right away. And once again, I welcome you all to this conference. It is such an honor to have all of you join us here. I'm already sharing the agenda for today, which is gaining personal financial supremacy. But before we start, let us just sanctify today's meeting into God's hands. If you believe in God, just let me see your wave in the comment section. If you believe in God, just wave in the comment section that we may sanctify the liberation of today in God's hand. So we want to say thank you, Father, for the privilege of today, for being able to be here today with everybody right here. As we begin, we pray you begin with us. We pray you honor your words in our life, and then the transformation and every one of us desire, really desire, that we may receive even beyond our expectations in Jesus' name. So yes, let's get started. So, this is the first day of the Liberation Conference, how to make your first $1,000 or your first millionaire on as a newbie on LinkedIn, or your next $1,000 or your next 1 million naira, either in an accumulation of funds or in one good, awesome lump or tranche, on LinkedIn. And that is what we're talking about here. But first, the first thing you can see on our agenda is that yes, this is more like it's supposed to be a training that is giving you an education on how you can utilize LinkedIn for the very best of your career desires and business desires, right? However, we are starting with what we call personal financial supremacy. Then the first thing that comes to mind is, why are we doing that? Why are we actually doing that? And that brings me to letting you first understand that money is a denominator that connects all of us together. If you agree with me, let me see that in the comment section. If you agree with me that money is a denominator that connects every single person together. Okay, I'm not seeming to get this thing done. Yeah. So because money is an important connection between every one of us, regardless of whatever thing you do, either you're a copywriter, you're a fashion designer, even you are a janitory manager, or whatever thing you bring out there to transform the world, it is very, very important to understand what money is to you. What money is to you is very, very important to understand what money is, how to utilize money, and how to manage money and how to actually make more money. All right. And that is why the first thing we need to really, really necessarily consider is money. Is money. So, yes, we are going to be talking about LinkedIn, but first we want to establish what money is. So, the next question is, what is money? What is money to you? What is money to you? Money is juice. Arif, I can see you, my guy. Money is juice. I feel you. I feel you. So money is a tool to make everyone happy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let more definitions roll in. What is money to you? 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 I want to see that money is power for me. I can see. Oh my God. I have my notes here and I'm ready to, give you a lot of insight into money. Money is respect. Money is a transactional tool. Wow. I really think I love that. And then I'm trying to see how to view. Money is life. Money is happiness. Wow. These are very, money is influence, and these are very, 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 very wonderful captions. Okay. Money is a channel for getting things done. Beautiful. So money is any currency we use for any transaction. Money is a tool from severe. Money stops nonsense. Wow, that is a whole lot. That is a whole lot, really. So let's just go ahead. So money is something that is money is a means to an end. That's the first and major definition for me. Money is a means to an end, and it is something that gives us the power of bargain. It's something that gives us influence, that gives us control over situation. We have various definitions of money. We can see it rolling in the comment section. A lot of you in the comment section have English that define more Englishes that define what money is more than I even have in my dictionary. However, it is very, very important and really, really important for us to understand that money, number one, is the means to an end that helps us to get things done, and actually answers to all our major desires, really. And so, why are we talking about money, or why are we talking about money? You wake up every single day, and the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, what do I eat? At the end of the day, what do I eat? At the end of the day, what that means is, oh, how do I go about buying what I'm to eat? Oh, you want to go out of your house, you're thinking of what do I wear, then you're thinking again, how do I get money, or what face and the I think is your end. That is Okwara Ujunwa. I think you should try to increase your viewing to, what's it called, to 720 HP. Your viewing option to 720 HP. I don't know how to do it. I don't. You should try to do that. So money is something that every one of us think every day, because we wake up in the day. We wake up in the day and we want to get money to actually do stuff. We want to get money. We are using money to go out. We are using money to go out of our houses. We are using money to go out for meetings. We are using money to get our food stuff. We are using money to get things done, really. We are using money to get the clothes and everything that we actually need. And so it is very, very important for us to master how and what money is and how to control money. So, by the grace of God, before now, money is a defense. I love that. I love that from Okhai. Before now, we have had. I need to focus. Chat. Before now, we have had you have had favor engage on the group that what we are looking to achieve with this is to number one help you walk through and develop a very very great mindset for number one making money, then not just on LinkedIn but being able to sustain whatever thing you make. So there are three things about money, and before I even share that, I want to let you know that before now I have been a poet, and then there was one time I was talking about thinking about money back in 2020, the COVID, and I thought so much deeply that I got to eventually write a poem for and about money. And in my conceptions and materializations, one thing that stuck to me was the fact that money in reality is something that we're meant to control. So I got myself engulfed in books, researches about what really money is, because back then in my reality, I saw that whereas I didn't want to necessarily be controlled by the limitations I had surrounding me, I realized that to get things done, I still always had to think about money and resources. Then I began to search, trying to decipher what exactly money was and how exactly money can be made. And I eventually found that money in the actual sense is something that is my slave. And how do I mean? I want to get a car. I think Favor have shared with you the Benz, this story about someone that wanted to get a Benz C350. I want to get a car, and then in my head, not even in my head, really, the car is what I'm trying to get, but I'm in need of something to get the car. I'm in need of an exchange to get the car. So money is actually an exchange that's on a norm I control. And then in my conceptions and everything, I went back to the holding days, and then I realized that back in the holding days, there was nothing that was called money necessarily. Back in the days of people like, let's say, Adam and Eve as the first men that lived on the planet Earth, there was nothing that was called money. Back in those days, if you needed something, let's say, let's take for example the son of Adam, Cain and Abel. And Cain wanted to get a cow, but Cain is someone that only has crops in his hand. So he's going to walk up to Abel and say, "Hi, Abel, I need a cow." And then Abel, sorry, yes, he's going to walk up to Abel and say, "Hi, Abel, I need a cow." And Abel is going to say, "Okay, I am in need of, mango, bananas, papaya," and they are going to make an exchange in something that they feel is tangible and worthwhile enough. And that was how they actually did business back in those days. And that was how they were transacting. The point is, back in those days, what was existing as a means of exchange or for people to get the desires of whatever thing they wanted was the ability to have something in exchange for the desire they needed. So it was more like a power of bargain, a power of barter. So if I had a cow, I could walk up to Clinton and say, "Oh, Clinton, you have a fowl. I'm interested in a fowl. I want to hit a fowl, but I have a cow. So how many fowls are you going to give me in return for a cow, given that Clinton needed a cow?" All right. And then Clinton is going to say, "Okay, I have like 10 fowls, and I'm going to give 10 fowls in exchange for a cow." And then if in my own logical reasoning, I feel a cow is what's being exchanged for 10 fowls, I'm going to collect the 10 fowls because that was what I actually needed. And he's going to get the cow. And then the deal is done. I get my desire, he is satisfied, and everybody goes home happy. But it got to a time that people advanced in life, the world advanced in life, and the barter system was not necessarily interesting again because I mean, how will I trade a cow realistically? A cow that takes probably 9 months to come into growth and before the growth is tangible, I give it a lot of month and a fowl that just takes about 3 months. Like, how is it tangible enough? How does it make actual sense? So the need for a balanced system, for a justified system of exchange that is logical, directly proportional to each other, brought about the introduction of gold, precious stones as an exchange instead of barter. So people, instead of now saying, "Oh, Clinton, I'm in need of a cow. I have 10 fowls or 20 fowls. This time around, I'm in need of a cow. How much are you going to sell?" Remember, the desire is, I'm in need of a cow. Is a cow I need or is a cow I want? Then Clinton is going to say, "Okay, how many precious stones do you have? I don't have sapphire stone." Then Clinton is going to tell me that this cow is worth 10 sapphire stones. And then I'm going to go look for sapphire stones and give to Clinton. And that is how we get it done. And then eventually he continued. Then gold became a standard, silver became a standard. Then we had brass or bronze. Then we had copper. Then we had then everything kept morphing until we had what we call paper notes, and currently we are now in the digital economy. And in fact, we have even gone beyond digital economy into NFTs and the likes of it. But the point is, people just add desires, and in exchange of desires, they had to utilize a catalyst to get the desire done if they cannot manufacture the desire of their own accord. So the point of I'm trying to make you see where money comes in. So now, also back in the days, if you remember, there was even a time when the slave trade was booming. So big men had people who they utilized in exchange for desires they wanted. They had people like slaves that were working under them. So if, for example, they wanted to dominate a particular territory, they're going to send 10 slaves, and then they're going to get something in return. So something like that was happening. The point was having something to exchange for something. So really, in reality, is money became money in whatever whatever we wanted to want to put it, either in Bitcoin or in Ethereum, in NFT, or even in paper or in wire transfer, or even the numbers in your bank. What you want to get done. And that is why the first thing to understand how everything gets a conversation about how to make money. You understand what money is and what money, right? The reason you have this in your heart and you need to have an exchange. However, what issue
Stop talking. Yeah.
am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, so sorry, I got off. So you need to practically be able to understand the place of money in your life. If you are with me, please let me see it in the comment section. Wow, this is a lot. Can you hear me clearly now? Okay, good. So that is why you need to understand and know what money is. So now, should in case you don't have money for heat, the point is the mindset of money, it is very, very important that number one, you understand deep within yourself that money is actually something you're in need of, not because that is necessarily the desire you have, but you are in need of money because you want to have the power of bargain or the power of barter. That okay, when there is something that you desire, you are able to have the substantial exchange for it. So how do you make money your slave? How do you make money your slave? The truth is, a lot of us have gotten ourselves a lot of us have gotten ourselves jumping here and there because of money situations, because of our need for money, because of the reason we need money, because of the things that we are looking to chase, and several other things like that. But really, the first way to assert your authority over any single thing in life is by you mentioning that you actually have that authority. And the point I'm trying to make is that, okay, for example, picture yourself having literally a slave. A slave. When I say a slave, I'm not saying a house help, I'm saying an actual slave. Picture yourself in the 17th century and you have a slave working for you. Then in terms of this person, this person is someone that, you know, you can actually cut off his hand or whatever thing like that. The first way to make the person understand, or that slave understand, that you are his master or he is your slave, is by actually coming out and telling the person that, oh, my slave, by mentioning it, my slave, do this, my slave, do that, my slave, do whatsoever. So the point I'm trying to make here is that the first way to start making money your slave is by mentioning that money is your slave, and this is something that by the grace of God I've been doing since like 4 years ago that I started in the online world. Money is my slave, money is my slave. I know, not just knowing that money is your slave, but affirming to yourself that money is your slave, because money really is your slave if you want to get whatever thing you want to get. So number one thing to do is to affirm and assert that money, or whatever it is that you are looking to, that is supposed to be the means of exchange for you, is your slave. You wake up in the morning, you say to yourself, money is my slave. I'm going to teach you something right now. When we are currently on the second level, the mindset of money, how to make money your slave. So you wake up in the morning, you say to yourself, oh, money is my slave, money is my slave, money is my slave. I'm the Lord of money. That particular line is something that I love so much. I am the Lord of money. It makes you stay afloat. It makes you not to be worried, not to be running up and down when you have the need to settle something, the need to send out a payment. It don't come back. Okay. Hi, can you hear me now? I don't know if this thing is still here. Am I live? I think on life. I 379.
So
379. Okay, thank you so much. I'm back. Sorry for that. My network went off actually, but I'm back now. So you start by affirming that money is your slave. I am the Lord of money. So let me say in the comment section that I am the Lord of money. You write it in a big place that you are the Lord of money. It is a mindset shift that you necessarily need to stay afloat. But you wake up every morning, you say I'm the Lord of money, that I'm the one involved. I make money move. Money doesn't move me. I am the one making money move. Money doesn't move me. So these are the things I've been telling myself over and again. So it helps me to have that authority over money, and it helps me, a lot of my very close friends, by the time they engage me and then they mention all the big money, and I'm like, oh, that's all right. Yes, we can do that. I tell them, like, even they call the millions, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. Yes, yes, we can do that. And then I'm not defaced, I'm not ashamed, I'm not, even if sometimes I don't have the money in my bank account, I just, because it is easy, because I brought myself to understanding that money is my slave and money doesn't move me. I am the one that make money moves. You get? So I make money move and I make money moves. So now that is the first thing. So with that done, when you have established yourself with a strong mindset for money, and I'll show you how this is very, very important and undetachable from the God factor. In fact, there is no factor without God. There's no factor without God. You cannot separate money from God. You are the Lord of money. Okay, is there something like Lourdes or something? I don't know. What should we say? We should say justice for Amachuku Uche. She said she's a lady. So probably you are the Lourdes of money, if possibly. But the point really is for you to assert, like I said, for you to assert authority over any system or anything. The first way for you to assert your authority or for you to leave your authority is by mentioning it and declaring over and again that, oh, I am the Lord of money. You see the president of the nation, by the time he's going out, you understand that he's the president of the nation and say, I'm the president of Nigeria. He doesn't go out and say, I and he's doubting that. No, he doesn't go out and say, because that is his office. So you need to, number one, first come. You're not the lady of money. Oh, you are the, okay, lady. Yes, I think that is the right word. Yes, lady of money. So the first thing is to say, oh, I am the one that controls this money. You are not doubting your place in in that part of life, regardless of your situation. Regardless, and that is why this conference is a 7 days masterclass that is going to walk you through systems and sequences that are supposed to, not number one, not just only establish you with a strong mindset that helps you to be well positioned to attract to yourself what is what is it you are already, but also everything is so custom designed to help you to balance your current reality with the potential that is in every human being. So I was saying the other time before I went off that the God factor from money, it is impossible. And we'll talk about that when we talk about the foundational money principles, how to become wealthy right now. But have this in your mind. The first divination of personal financial supremacy is being able to understand that you are the owner of this game. You are the one playing the cards against money, and you are not being played by money. Did you get that? Did you get that? So before I go to retrospection, the paradigm shift, how much money you're really making right now, I want to share this scenario with you. So this scenario that I'm about to share with you has to do with the definition and description of personal financial supremacy. Because personal financial supremacy, and this is one thing you need to understand, personal financial supremacy is not necessarily that you have all the millions in your bank account or billions in your bank accounts. It is first that you understand who you are and what you are, and that you actually walk in the journey. It is not in the numbers, it is in the understanding, it is in the knowledge, and not just knowledge, wisdom, because wisdom is when knowledge is applied. So I have just told you that you should say to yourself every time and then that you are the Lord of money. You know that going forward, you are not just saying you are the Lord of money, you are also being able to existentially be, move and be in a reality and utilize a reality that shows that you are really the Lord of money. So now, you know, my I stay with my brothers and with my grandparents, and recently they brought a game. If you know me, very boring. I can be a very very boring individual. I'm very very weird, and I pride myself in that I am very very weird. That is my that is my colon, and I don't play games. I was maybe probably when I was younger, I was doing a little bit of games. Even when I go play football, I'm like Lylon because I'm always flying, I'm always blowing. I'm as, and that is why from time to time I've been intentional about my workout because I want to actually have some stability on the ground. But they brought in a game, PS5, and I took some interest in it, and I said, let me go and play. All right, let's do some things that boys do, men do. Can you hear me? Someone say it as okay. Okay, beautiful. David can hear me now. So I said, let me do things that men do and then that boys do. And then, I went inside the room, and then I I began trying to play PES. Who knows PES here? If you have played PES on PS5, please let me see it in the comment section that yes, let's see those that press the pad very, very well. And I took up the pad, and then I started playing. This computer AI person or whoever the person was, they beat me like 6-1. Sorry, I said 6-1, 6-0. I didn't score a goal. There was one time I think I scored. It was because of a penalty, because I think I had a defense. But I was playing this part, and the thing was, I realized that number one, in this is a game, right? This is a game, and I'm the player here, or not necessarily like I'm the player. I am the player here, and then I have to be able to move, utilize the pad to get the result that I want. Uh, yes, I can see them now. Anointing header. Well done, well done, well done. So, and then I played the first time, I played the second time, but I have my senior brother that when he's just always trashing, even the hard A high, he's trashing them like 5-0. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. But then I was now in my observation, or I was in retrospection, and then I realized that the truth about him getting to that stage was that it happened because number one, he first understood that he was the owner of this game. Number one, he bought it with his money. He was the owner of this game. Then he utilized the keypad and he kept playing until he now started getting the result of what he has initially, what he has initially what he has initially made himself to understand. So, like, it is the understanding that, oh, I'm playing this game not because I am just trying to play, but because I know I can beat these people. And I have the mindset that I can beat these people. So, and I continue to direct the ball, be in control of the ball. I'm not the ball. I'm not the ball. I am in control of the ball, and I'm trying to get the ball into the goal, right? And I'm trying to get the ball into the goal post. And if for the first time, for the second time, I do not get it, I go over and again until I get it done. Why did I say that? Money. What's something? Personal finance, I don't even know. Personal finance is a game and money is the ball. If you can hear me, please say hi. Personal finance is a game and money is the ball. And you are the player, the owner of the game. When I say player, you are not in the game as a player. You are like the one controlling the pad. So you are playing the pad. You are the one there. So usually sometimes you are playing the game and then it's as if the game is against you. But you are not disturbed because you are not the ball that is being played. All right. You are the one in control of those that are playing the game. And you are doing that from the place of lordship, and then you keep playing until eventually the game is working to your tide. So usually the point is, when the mindset is effectually established, most of the time you may not get the results you've been looking for, that you've been desiring for. However, you keep playing till you eventually start getting the result. So the point was, I was playing that PES, as a beginner in the game, and then I was being beaten by maybe the game, or sometimes maybe the first game I played, I had beginner's luck and I flogged the computer really. But series of the games, I began to be flogged. But my brother had gotten to that level that he had passed beginner testing level. He had become a master really. Not because he just became a master, but because he first started with the intention, with the mindset that he was a master of this game, right? So the point is, personal finance is actually a game of money. Money is the game you are playing, and you are the one that is playing the game. And you are not playing the game as someone in the game, you are playing the game as someone that is outside, seated, relaxed. All right, you're relaxed on your couch and you are playing like as in leisure. All right, so this particular mindset is very, very important for you to establish in your heart. And that is why I know after this session you're not going to be tossed to and fro by the realities of money here and there. So let's quickly move on to retrospection, the paradigm shift. How much money are you really making? How much money are you really making? How much money are you really making? How many of you have checked your bank statement in the last 1 month? If you have checked your bank statement in the last 1 month, please let me see it in the comment section. You checked your bank statement in the past 1 month. Let me see it in the comment section, please. Is someone here with me? You checked your bank statement in the last 1 year. 0379. 0379. Okay, how much did you spend in the last 1 month? You've not checked. Please check. How much did you spend in the last 1 month? A lot of you have been making, like, your slaves have been moving for you, but you are not aware of it. You're not aware of it. So I was in retrospection. When you check it, you'll be surprised by how much money you are really making. And then you now be caught in the truth of how you have been. This woman, Victory says 0 naira. It is impossible. It is impossible that in the last 1 month you've not transacted even in hundreds of thousands. Yes, Victory, go and check it. Yes, those debit alert, go and check your bank statement. I'm not saying you should check your bank balance. I'm saying you should check your bank statement. Some of you'll be so shocked that you have spent like a 1 million naira in the last, or $1,000, or probably $10,000 in the last 1 month, and you did not take note of it. How much money you are really making? How much money are you really making? We all need to always come to that point in our life when we actually take a step back from every single thing we're doing, and we try to look back into how much we're making, how those small $10 have been getting into our hand, and data subscription. Oh, someone said I should full screen. See if I can do that. So you'll be surprised by really how much money you've necessarily been making that way. And when you realize how much money you've been in control of, it gives you the ability to understand that you can actually control more. So there are actually several individual human problems in the world beyond just money. Yes, we understand that. And the truth is, like I said from the mindset stuff, by the time you look at it, you realize that money is practically just a means to an end. I was in a session recently and I was telling people that the suit I was wearing was about $100, and then the suit I didn't buy it myself; it was a gift. I needed the suit obviously, but I didn't buy it with my money, but I still got the gift. So usually there are several other things you can utilize to get the resources and the desires you need or you needed. And however, all of man's problems are still surrounding because you still have to utilize and pull money out to exchange in return for whatever thing you desire. In return for whatever thing you desire. But when you reflect and you go over how much you've actually been making, all those feelings of, oh, you don't have enough. It's not even about you don't have enough. All those feelings of, oh, you're a poor person. All those feelings of you are a wretched person. It will number one leave you because you'll be able to understand that I've been controlling money for so long a time, and then why am I now having to feel like I am the one that is poor at this moment? It shifts your mind. By the time you see what you've been controlling, you get the confidence that okay, if you have been able to control something as much as this in time past, it means you can do better. That was why I also shared the game of the personal finance. By the time you go and look at your dashboard, PS5, and then you realize how many matches you have played. Let's just use how many matches you've played, and you're like, wow, I played a lot of matches. I've gained a lot of possessions when I am playing with my players on the field, when I'm moving the ball, gain a lot of possessions, have a lot of shot on targets, and a lot of, the lot of all these things. When you retrospect, really, you realize that all the things that are actually letting you down, probably the debts that you owe or whatever thing it is, you begin to realize that for once, you have actually been in a place of control. You've been moving things, you've been moving figures before now, and then you can actually do better. So the point is, usually for whatever thing you have, where you are currently, the very great way to match where you are with where you want to be is to be in retrospect rather than being. So me that I'm playing PS5 now, I will not go and play PS5 and say, ha, I regret that I did that. No, no, I'll say, okay, yes, I lost that game, but how can I do better right now? So retrospection is that paradigm shift that number one helps you realize the amount of slaves you have been putting to work, but probably the slaves have not been delivering in the capacity you needed them to, and how you can actually do better. If you're with me, please let me see it in the comment section. Remember, we want to first establish personal financial supremacy for you so that by the time you make $1,000 now, you are able to manage that $1,000 and not just even manage the $1,000. You're able to utilize that $1,000 as a tool. As a slave, you are going to use the life, and you are able to make even more over and again, and being able to rinse and repeat the system. That is the focus of this training. It is to help you to be able to not just make it right now, because just like I said, by the time you check your balances now, you are now surprised that you're actually a millionaire, and this is the millionaire I say you should come and be. I'm saying you should come and become a millionaire, but you've realized that in the last 1 year, you have actually spent like, in the last 10 months, you spent like 3 million naira, and you're like, how did this one enter my account without my awareness? So the point of this training is not just to help you make it right away, it is being able to help you make it and manage it in a way that money is not just something you're moving, it's something that you're moving in an intentional way that is delivering in the capacity of how a slave goes out and get things done for you. All right, are you with me? Beautiful, beautiful. I can see that you're with me. So God bless you. So the first thing you want to do when you are retrospecting is that you take stock of things done in time past. You take stock of everything. You cut some things off. You cut sometimes it might be some relationships. For example, you realize that some of the because you want to do things better now. You are not regretting that you did things. We are not regretting. So sorry. I drank a lot of fearless before I came in because I needed the energy. And now I'm having hiccups. You don't want to do things the way you were doing things before. People borrow money my account most time. Beautiful. That is actually very funny. So you take stock. What do you really want to do? How have you been making money? How much money have you been really making? How much money have you made and spent so far? And then where is your money going? So these are the questions you ask yourself. You just sit down. You are in retrospection. You are saying, what do you really want to do? All right. What are you currently doing? Then how much money have you made and how much money have you spent so far? And where exactly is your money going? Where exactly is your money going? Then like I said, you're not in regret, you are in retrospection, you are trying to do things better. So the first thing that comes to mind is that you're saying, oh, I can be more. Since I've been moving this amount of money before now, I mean, I can do better. I can do better, control the money, and then have the money go into streams and systems that are going to be better. Then you are in retrospection, you are not in regrets. The fact that you are alive, there is much more than hope. The reason you have hope is not because you are alive. Wait, I'm coming. People used to say something that so far there is life, there is hope. The reason there is hope is that there is life. I think I lost that. I'm not going to mention it then. So you are in retrospection, you are not in regrets. And in terms of doing things better, after you've found out how much money you've really been making already in time past, you now have to now walk yourself through a money number. For example, for this training, our money number is $1,000. $1,000. Okay, let me make $1,000 and let me play this game of personal finance well in a way that I feel satisfied. Treasure, let me see. You said you have checked your 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 bank statement. What is it? Let me see it, please. Tell us on this spot. So you have a money number. So, for example, some of you that have been engaged in the Liberation Conference before now, your money number is like $1,000. Let me even make that $1,000 and let me utilize it. And I think, yes, Favor also engaged you guys and was like, okay, between 10 million naira, $10 million and Elon Musk, a meeting with Elon Musk. And then by the time all of you were dropping your suggestions, so you go for 10, the thing is, having those things, they are like light bulbs that, number one, launches you into thinkings and possibilities you've not even thought about before, and then you like skyrocketed, you like just go boom, and then into it as long as there is hope, you are alive or something like that. So and then you're like thinking about it all of a sudden, and a lot of you were choosing $10 million, like, oh, you go for $10 million at this and this and this, and some of you chose a 10-minute meeting with Elon Musk. However, I think Favor told you guys that, oh, this is not about the $10 million or a meeting with Elon Musk. This is about what are you doing now? How are you doing it now? The little $100 that you made, how did you play the game of money? How did you play the game of personal finance there? And that is why this training is something that is actually long and existential. It is very, very important for you to walk through it. It's very, very important for you to walk through it. So Clinton is back. We'll be having our question and answer sessions very shortly. Clinton is back, and I'm so excited to have him. So yeah, welcome, bro.
Okay, listening to so after Denu,
Okay, thank you so much, brother. So now you are in retrospection, you are not in regret. So let us say, how can we do things better? So let's come back to now. There is something we now call the 10-10-10-70 principle, how to be wealthy right now. So Favor showed you, I don't know when she did that, but some time ago she made you realize that beyond the expectations you have, beyond the light bulb experiences you're thinking about, how can you bring all of these things and then actually start being wealthy right now? So this is what brings us to a foundational principle of money. And if some of you have read, books like The Richest Man in Babylon, The Psychology of Money, The Millionaire Next Door, Think and Grow Rich, and several of these things, you realize that even the Holy Bible, yes, the Holy Bible, you realize that several of these things that has to do with whatever thing your desire is have to do with a particular line that I'm going to quote now. Start living your dream before you get to it. I don't know if you copy that. Start living your dream before you get to it. And for me, as the founder of Goloko Diaries that I am, I like to tell people that, and Denu's Money Cycle, I like to tell people that take your success on a journey. Right, take your success on a journey, and that is why we need to be established with the foundational money principles. So these foundational money principles, the 10-10-10-70 money principles, are things that you should start applying. They are not like the only thing you can do, but they're like the foundations. From beautiful, thank you so much for that, Okwara. They're like the foundations you need to establish and start living by. Right, they are the foundations that even from the beginning of the world, people have been living it, and then they lay those foundations and they started building on them. So you can build on these foundations. You're not necessarily supposed to stop at the foundation. For you to build a house, you don't just lay the foundation and then that's all and you pack into the house. No, you lay the foundation and you start building on it. So these are the foundations I want you to be established with. But the thing is that a lot of people have not necessarily built the foundation. So they've not necessarily laid the foundation. They're just trying to build. And that is why we have a lot of houses collapsing. Now, I just shared with you a parable. I'm not talking about construction. I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about you being a wealthy person. Because you've not been rooted on a foundation that is sustainable and strengthened for what you're trying to build, a lot of people have been having their dreams. They have been trying to build their dreams on the sand without a strong foundation, and that is why a lot of dreams have been crashing. So now this 10-10-10-70 principle, I'll share with you just briefly. Number one is the revelation of God, because your coming to this world itself is not something that was made by you. You're here in this world because God made you. There is this partnership that is necessary for you to have with God. You read The Richest Man in Babylon, you see it there. The Richest Man in Babylon is something that talks about how the people from Babylon built their wealth, and you realize that these people understood partnership with God. The first thing is that 10% you are in partner with you're in partner with God, and it's partly your tithe. Learn to pay tithe. Lol. Learn to pay your tithe. Learn to pay your tithe to your God. Then the next 10%, out of every single money you make. When I say money you make, I'm talking of salary, I'm talking of profit from business endeavors. Profit from business endeavors. These are the foundations. I'm talking of maybe gifts that you receive. Gifts that you receive. The first 10%, remove 10%, probably, okay, for example, for those of you, all of us here that will be making an extra $10,000, an extra $1,000 in these 7 days. You take $100 for that when you make it. Pay as tithe to your God. Pay as tithe to your God. 10%, the first 10%. Partner with God, because God is interested in your personal finance. God is interested in you becoming wealthy. And from aside things that we've seen from other philosophical books, from the Holy Scriptures, that has to do with a book that is beyond here and over, it says that bring ye all the tithe into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove me now here which says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven
Mm.
and pour you out a blessing. So really, we need to understand partnership with God as a foundational principle of your personal finance. That God factor is a very, very important one. So yes, in terms of building on it, maybe later you can now start giving God your all in terms of money and everything. But first, the foundation is lay a foundation of at least giving out 10% to God. Now we'll talk about God more and then how to actually be inclusive of this principle in the ongoing sessions. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, even 7 days. There's still a lot to talk about. But these are like the establishment, these are like the introduction just for you to get started with the right mindset and the right foundations, right? So then the next 10% is the percentage you say for investment. A lot of you, some of you, many of the comments, some of you I saw from Favor is that some of you said you will invest $10 million, that you will invest it in business. And Favor was just laughing at all of you that, they play. Someone that made 10,000 naira or $10 yesterday, you did not think about the investment. When you make $1,000, investment will not come to your mind. Are you with me? Investment will not come to your mind when you make $10,000, when you make $1,000. It will not come to your mind. So please stop all the living the all the daydreaming of when someone just wakes up one day and gives you $1 million. You think you invest anything. You are going to waste it the way you waste 10,000 naira. And that is why it is very, very important that if you must be wealthy, if you feel you need to be wealthy, you need to start right now being wealthy. All right. Did you get what I said? I said, if you feel you need to be wealthy, you need to start right now being wealthy. You will make $1,000. $1,000 is the cheapest thing to make. There are 1,000 ways for you to make 1,000 naira without moving or breaking or doing more than what you currently do. There are 1,000 ways for you to do that. But when you make it, you are going to spend it, waste it without doing anything. It's going to just fly like that, like the way 350 flew from Adeyemi Saidat's account, and then she didn't just know. And today she wakes up and feel and was feeling like, oh, probably, maybe, I don't know, but probably she woke up and she's like, oh, I don't have money. I'm the poorest person in the world. I'm broke and the likes of it. But she moved 350 in the last 1 month. If you must be wealthy, you must be wealthy right now, right from your 1,000 naira. Is a very, very important principle. So yes, the first 10% tight. The second 10%, you save for investment purpose. You save to invest. A lot of people do not know this. You save to invest. When you read The Richest Man in Babylon, I recommend that book. It's a very, very storytelling book. You read The Richest Man in Babylon. It shows, for you, the way you exercise lordship over money is this. He narrated the principle that the truth is, about all the money you make, you pay people for things, you pay people for things, you pay people for things. So when the $1,000 come into your account right now, the first thing is that you are paying the clothes vendor, you are paying the accessories vendor, you are paying for transportation, you are paying for data, you are paying for a lot of things, you're paying for resources, you're paying for the desires you have. How much are you paying yourself? The money you pay yourself is actually the money you set aside to be a slave for you. And when we talk about slave, it means this person is generating revenue. Save to invest at least 10%. Start from that 1,000 naira you earn today. For me, at Denu's money cycle, that's what we do. We have this little accountability group, and we are even looking to make it grow further. And I gather people together, and then what we just said is that we want to be saving to invest. We don't need to start. We don't need to have that 1 million naira or $1,000 in our bank account before we now say, oh yes, I want to actually invest. No, we start investing when we are making 10,000 naira. We start investing when we are making $10. On LinkedIn, someone paid you $50. How much are you saving to invest? Save at least 10%. That is how you start. You save something aside, you set it aside to be your, what's it called now? To be your slave. The money you set aside, that 10% you set aside, is actually you understanding and asserting your lordship over money. So you're setting it aside. Oh, this money is going to work for me. All right. That is the mindset. You're not waiting for it to be $1 million before it works for you. You have $10 set aside in a place to work for you. And that is how it goes. Then the next 10% is 10% that you save for emergency, because emergencies will always come up. And I like to tell people, you are not expecting bad emergency. An emergency is not necessarily a bad word. Emergency is just a word that has to do with something that is urgent and you have to just attend to immediately. You can have a positive emergency. For example, the invite you to the White House. For example, today is what's it called? Today is Sunday, and then I get a mail. I get a mail in just after this session, and some I expect this kind of mails, and then I'm saying, "Hi, Mr. Denu, we just watched your session at the Liberation Conference, right, Clinton, and then we want you to come to the White House in America for a session with the president by Monday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. EST. Please reply this mail in the next 6 hours to confirm that you're coming." Because I've been saving for emergency, I'm able to say, "Oh, this money for emergency, I put it, I book my flight. If there's the need for me to get a visa, I get my visa and I get it fast tracked because I have money set aside for emergency. I'm not waiting for I'm not waiting to have the emergency come before I start running. I have set money aside. I've been saving money aside for emergencies, and I'm expecting positive emergencies. Things like that. That is how the world do. Oh. You need to also start save. The next 10% is that you start saving for emergency. And I'm not saying your grandma is going to be in a critical condition in the hospital. No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying something that really needs your attention, that you need to push money as your slave. You need to push money and say, okay, hey, 1 million naira, you go and do that thing for me. Go and do that thing for me. Let me focus on other major things that has to do with my time. So 1 million naira, you have sent it out to work for you, all right, and then you're able to focus on your other business. You're not running up and down. These are foundational principles. Save for emergency. You are looking for reason to save. Number one, save for investment purposes. Number two, save for emergency. Then the 70% of every single thing you earn, those are what you now spend. Those are what you pay for transportation. That is what from there you pay for all your needs. Even there's a scale of preference kind of a thing. We'll talk about this further tomorrow in each of the sessions that handles each of these things. But these are the things that you really, really need to do when it comes to money. So that 70%, that is what you spend. You can decide to also have a savings with 70%, that okay, you want to just have this one set aside. Maybe you are saving for a target, maybe probably you want to get a car, something like that. And then also for your day-to-day spending, your logistics, your needs, clothes, desires, like you want to buy a Lamborghini, that's your problem. And anything. So 70% is what you now begin to pay to others. But remember, let us just run the recap. The first thing is that, why are we talking about personal financial supremacy? We are talking about personal financial supremacy because money connects every one of us, and it's not about how much money we make. It is about mastering the art of money. One, it is about being able to make more money. Number two, then it's about being able to manage the money that we are actually making. That's three things. So I'll go about that again. The reason we are studying personal financial supremacy before we go into the strategies that will make us money is because, number one, we want to master the art of money. We want to manage the money we have been making. Then number three, we want to make more money. All right. Then the mindset of money. You are the Lord of money. I am the Lord of money. I say this to myself every single day. I tell myself money is my slave. Money doesn't make me move. I make money moves. Think about it. Money doesn't make me move. I sit on my chair as the king, as the Lord, and I send money on errands. That is how we work, and that is how we roll. You need to bring yourself into this mindset over and again. You are not regretting for past nonsense about how you spent money, how a lot of money went under your eyes, under your nose without you knowing about it. No, you are looking back and you're like saying, oh, yes, those things, that was just because I didn't actually assert my authority over money in that regards. But this time around, I'm doing better and I'm able to even do more. And what are the foundational principles of making money? Number one, 10% height, 10% saving for emergencies, 10% savings for investment, then 70%, that is what I spend, that is what I distribute. I pay to the person that is taking me to school. I paid for my school fees. I pay for this. I pay for food. I pay for clothes. I pay for housing. I pay and I distribute every single way. Then that is how the wealthy do money. And we say we are not waiting for when you have that big figure in your bank account, because personal financial supremacy is not by how much is in your bank account. It is by how much you are living and controlling the money and resources you have, even within your immediate reality. All right. So that is what personal financial supremacy is. So if you have been blessed by this session, let me see your excitement in the comment section. Let me see your excitement in the comment section. This is the time for questions and answer. And but before then, Clinton is joining us. Hi, Clinton.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please put
Yes, we
yes.
can hear you clearly.
Okay, okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, Denu, thank you so much for all you have shared with us. It's been wonderful. Yeah, because thing is, if you do not understand how money works, you'll be unable to actually attract it, right? You'll be unable to keep it. You'll be unable to utilize it the right way, so you can attract more money to yourself. So, everything he has said is on point. Now, I said I was going to be adding something to all he's saying at the end of his speech. So here it is, guys. The thing about money is that you need to have the right mindset, right? If you do not have the right mindset, it will be very hard for you to attract the right money. Okay, so what's the right mindset? You need to not have limiting mindset when it comes to money. Some people right now, they they do not believe that they are meant to have money. They do not believe that they were created to be billionaires, to be millionaires, right? They find it difficult to accept that, yes, I can be rich one day. They think they're just meant to have a normal life. They've never imagined themselves in a very big house. They've never imagined themselves to be, the founder of a very big company. They've never imagined themselves to be the owner of a yacht. And if you cannot imagine these things, it's going to be really hard for you. First things first, you need to know that there's money all around you, right? God has created us and He has given us the power to create money, right? All we need to do is just to will that we want money, to imagine ourselves wielding money and work towards it, right? Everything in this world was given to you, right? You can have $1 billion, you can have $100 billion. All you have to do is to believe that yes, God has created everything for you. Everything in this life is working towards your purpose, right? Whatever you want, you can get it. It's in the universe. There's nothing limiting you from getting any amount of money that you want. So, first thing, you have to delete your limiting mindset. You need to believe that you can get money, right? Some people are here right now. The reason why you have not made up to $1,000 is because you don't have the right mindset. You have not started imagining yourself wielding $1,000. You don't even believe you can make $1,000. You want it, but have you imagined yourself holding $1,000? Do you really believe that you can make $1,000? You need to believe it first of all, because it's what your mind believes in, what your mind can conceive. That is what you'll be able to make. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please say you can. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please say you can. I'm seeing some people say they cannot hear me. Um, can you guys hear me? Please say something. All right. So, like I said, you need to believe. Yeah, I can see Victoria saying everything is working in my favor. You need to believe that you have everything that you want. You need to believe that, yes, I can make $1 million. You have to first conceive it in your mind, right? Because here's the thing, whatever amount of money that you want, right? It's already out there. It has been created already. Money revolves around human beings, right? The money that you want your hands is already in the hand of somebody else. All you have to do is to be able to give the person value, right? All you have to do is to be able to give the person value. And because there's no way you are going to make money. Listen to me. There's no way you are going to make any amount of money if you don't give somebody value. In fact, for you to get someone to give you money, you need to give the person something that is worth more than whatever amount of money the person is going to give to you. Right? So You want $1,000. What can you give to somebody that will ensure that they give you $1,000? Does what you have, is it valuable enough? Is it worth $1,000? Do you have the values, right? Do you have the services, right? Can you produce something that is worth $1,000? If you can, then how are you going to get it, right? Because you cannot magically just say, okay, you believe that you want $1,000. That's very good. But what are you going to do to get $1,000? Are you going to sit down in your house, right, and be waiting for $1,000 to come to your pocket? You can't just sit down and be imagining these things. You want it, you believe you can get it, then you have to go out and get it. You have to do things that are going to, make you upskill. You have to be able to reach the point that yes, whatever it is that you do can bring you $1,000. Let's say you're a copywriter now, right? Are you a very good copywriter? Your services, your skill, is it good enough for you to get to land a client that is going to pay you $1,000 for your skill? What if you are just in the beginner level? Or what if, let's just say, you're an amateur? Your copywriting skill is not that good. You cannot lie to yourself. The good thing about we humans is that we cannot lie to ourselves. You know the truth. Are you good enough? Right? Can what you do, the service that you say you provide, is it enough for you to make $1,000, right? You see people like Jasmine Alich, like Matt Barker, right? Some other big copywriters like Victor Yanolua and a ghostwriter. They are able to command high figures because they are very good at what they do. So you cannot just be starting out, right? You just believe that if I charge this client $1,000, it's going to give it to me. Be truthful to yourself. If you're able to, if you work with this client, right, the service they are going to deliver, is it worth the money that you're calling? So it's one thing to believe that there's money out there for you, whatever amount of money that you want, you're going to get it. It's another thing to be good enough, to have the right values, right, to be able to exchange for the money that you want. God has given you everything, right? Everything you want in this world, like I said, is there for your taking, but you need to get it. You need to be able to work for it. You need to be able to attract it to yourself. Okay, so please, today I want you to go and do some introspection, understand yourself, understand your skill levels, because the next 6 days we're going to be going very deep, right? So I want you to really look at yourself. Am I good enough to attract the money that I want? Do I have the right skills, right, to charge for the money that I want? Can I exchange something valuable to attract the money that I want? You need to look at yourself, you need to understand this thing, and then you can go for it. If you believe in yourself, if you have the confidence in your skills, believe me, you'll be able to attract the money that you want if only you can conceive it, if only you can believe it. So it's two things, like I said. You should be able to conceive it in your heart that yes, you deserve this money, you can attract it. And two, you should be good enough to attract this money. You should have what to exchange, because you cannot just make money, you cannot just collect money from the air. You need to have something to attract. Okay, so that's all I have to say. So if you have any questions, please, you can start typing it in the chat box. Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much for that wonderful stuff, Clinton. If you got liberated by what the liberator freelancer just shared, type in the comment section. Let me see the excitement, please. So this is the time for question and answers. Let's have the questions. You have a question about the mindset of money, because practically you agree with me that what we did, what I did in this call, and what Clinton also published, is that you have a grounded mindset for money, right? You have a grounded mindset for money, and you're ready for it. So please, if you have a question, number yes, 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 let's have it in the comment section that my liberation has come. My liberation has come. My liberation has come. My liberation has come. If you're sure, if you're sure, if you're sure, you've been liberated from mindset about money, you've been liberated. Let me see it in the comment section. My liberation has come. What exactly have you learned? What are the questions you have? I can see someone asking that, Mr. Denu, can we please get readings after the live sessions? Yes, definitely. This is the video is an unlisted video on YouTube, but because you are successfully registered, you have the link, and that is why you need to stay abreast of information that are shared on the group. So you can always access this video over and again from the link that was shared on the group. You will not see it when you come to now, you will not see it anywhere, but you'll be able to access it over. Just click the link from the group. It brings you here. You watch over and again, note down the points and everything. So now, does anyone have? Does anyone here has questions? Do you have a question you want to share with us? Because we are practically at the end of the session, right? We're practically at the end of the session. My liberation has come. The comment section is so full. If you still have the graphics from that was shared with you on the group, please share it with everybody on WhatsApp status. Let people know your liberation has come, that you've been liberated. And okay, as a creator, what are the introspective questions to ask yourself that get you to know if you are enough to earn $1,000? Hi, that gets you to know if you are okay. For grace, honestly, the best thing for you to do is to actually go through this session over and again, listen to it over and again. It's very, very important for you. $1,000, like I said, the first thing you want to do is actually go and look bank statement for the last 1 year. That will make you know if you are enough to have and to earn $1,000 because you spent more than $1,000 so far this year. I'm telling you, you'll be shocked. Go and try to. Clean has something to say.
All right, so
Last.
Hi, sorry everyone. Clinton's sound was just restored. So sorry about that.
So, I've been speaking without you guys hearing me. Wow. So I'll start again. So, Grace, like I said, for you to be able to know if you are worth $1,000, you need to do a lot of introspection. You need to ask yourself, am I worth $1,000 as a creator, right? As a copywriter, as a graphic designer, as a ghostwriter, as a video editor, are you worth $1,000? Because here's the thing: a client can pay you $1,000 once. Maybe you have to work with two clients to pay you $500 each. Perhaps you have to work with four clients that will pay you $250 each. Any way that you go with this, you can earn $1,000. But, 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 the amount of money that you can charge is determined by the amount of value you can bring to the table. So it's two things here: the perception you have of yourself and the perception you are going to be able to create in the mind of whoever it is that you're going to be charging $1,000. Because value is relative, right? The person that you're going to be working with, if the person looks at you and say, this person is worth my $1,000, they'll give it to you. If they do not think you are worth it, and if you're not able to create that perception in their mind, they will not give you the $1,000, right? I don't know what you do, right? But let's just say you're a copywriter, right? And currently you are charging clients for maybe 250, 300. The funny thing is that there are people out there that will charge that same client $5,000, the same work that you're charging for $250. But it's because this person can bring more things to the table. You won't know. You think the person is just coming to write, but the deal is different. the perception the client has of this other person is different, right? We might say maybe the amount of authority they be able to build for themselves, that's part of it. But what is really important is what are they bringing to the table? What can they give to this person? Because if you listen to what I was saying earlier when I was speaking, right, you need to be able to give somebody way more than whatever it is that is the price you are calling. So if I'm charging you $1,000, that means what I'm giving to you should be more than $1,000. It should be like $1,500 and above, right? Because that is what will make men respect you. That is what will make men value you if they know that what you are charging them for, right, is worth more than what they are getting from you. So put it in your mind that you should be over delivering in anything that you are doing, right? You should aim to give people way more value than what they are paying you for. Okay, so I guess that answers your question. So please you can go on, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was a major contribution from Clinton, and it is actually a good question. There are a lot of questions here. One from for someone that knows he doesn't have the required set skill to earn him. Why do you feel you don't have the required set skill to earn $1,000? Don't worry about that. I think that question is going to be trashed exactly by day three. You don't want to miss out on day three. They were hearing you. They had you. So you don't want to miss out on day three. Day three is going to show you how to realize your value, how to then day five, we are going to be telling you about how to structure and package your value. That section is taken entirely by Clinton. They'll now be having the questions and answer back and forth, right? So, and that was why we actually had to work because number one, we want to first of all establish you with the right mindset for money. Then two, help you find out what exactly can help you make money, what you can put out there. I think one of the things people shared with you, if I'm correct, please, if she shared this with you, please let me know in the comment section. She shared that one of some of you might have dropped your fashion design because you feel like fashion design is not going to get you enough money out there, and you're actually a good designer. So one thing that we're looking to achieve here is that we are helping you to number one realize the value that is unique to you, because usually the value that can attract for you $1,000 is usually within you. And if you've seen them talk about talk anywhere before now, truth is the first way, the first place you can get to make money is by looking into yourself. So is you make money from what you're worth. So if you have not found out what you want, you're not be able to actually make money out there. So really for you, Muritala Bello, you need to actually go through. You don't want to miss out a day. You don't want to miss out a day because number one will be helping you to reconnect back to purpose, and then helping you to find your worth back, so that you can you can get all of those done. I'm trying to look through the comments from here. Okay, okay, okay. If you have no freelancing skill, I'm seeing something like that now. Like, how do you? Well, day three is going to trash this very very well. You get to know what your skills are. Some people are even students on this call. They are wondering that, oh, what can I do to actually position me out there to make money? We'll get to talk about this. Today is just establishing the mindset. So I was necessarily expecting questions that revolve around the mindset of money. Then, okay, there's a question that I saw here, which is something I want to also look at together. See this question: how do I practice 10, 10, 10, 7 strategy when I don't have a stable and massive source of income? Number one, if you listen to the session very well, you realize that you don't need to have a massive source of income before you start practicing the 10, 10, 10, 70 principle. And that was why I had to break money into three ways you can get it, or income into three ways. Number one, gifts. Gifts. The one your parents give you, allowances from parents and families, gifts from colleagues and whatever. Utilize the 10, 10, 10, 70 strategy on them as foundations. You can build on it later. Salary, even if you're probably, when I'm talking about salary, I'm talking about maybe you're a graphic designer, you do graphic design, and someone paid you for graphics. So utilize that strategy on it. You start from whatever thing you have at hand. You don't wait to start earning You don't wait to have $1,000 before you can utilize the 10-10-10-70 strategy. Really, and it's not even a strategy; it's a principle, it's a foundation. When you read The Richest Man in Babylon, the right word there is that at least 10% you save for investment from every single thing you earn. Even if you are earning as low as 1,000 naira in a month, save for investment. Partner with God. You start. They said you don't despise the days of little beginnings, and that is a foundation for wealth. You don't despise the days of little beginnings. Wealth is not about you arriving. Wealth is about you starting from where you are. All right. So if you don't have a stable and massive source of income, you don't need to wait to have before you start. That's just the real point, right? So I that was settled to Ashona Dokun. Then okay, okay. So I think I would love to talk about this. Favor is going to be conversing with you guys in the group later tonight, I believe, and I'm sure some of you got an email from Seller. This training conference is a master class that comes with a certification at the end of the day when you do the tax. So tax one today, let me just share it on this call before we go, because we are 2 minutes out of the time we budgeted to be on call. We want this session to always be a 1 hour training session and 30 minutes for questions and answers. So usually 4 to 5 every single day we are here for you to implement immediately to get you results even right where you are. And if you got necessary value, if you got necessary value that you implement right now, let me say in the comment section that my liberation has come. My liberation has come. Okay, good. As a newbie, getting a client to work for or with can be very challenging, especially when they required for past experience. So how do you cope there? Okay. We'll be talking about client acquisition in day 5. Is it day 5 or day 4? That is day 4. That's Clinton is going to be talking about that. So all these questions, don't miss out day 5, Akinola. Listen to this mindset over and over. The mindsets today that we established over and over. It will prepare you for day 4. Before, don't miss out on day 4. We're going to be talking about this there, and that was why we even highlighted it on this call. So yes, my question is, I'm saying is assuming you're talking to someone who is a novice or newbie, how can you teach him or her, or what are you suggesting that would make 1K enable? Day 3 is going to talk about this, becoming a viral authority. Day 3. Number one, you have to reconnect with your purpose. You have to also be able to map out what your passion is. You have to map out, there are things you have to do with, there's an analysis you have to do with what you currently do, what you have done before, what you currently do, what you want to do. Then you bring out all of the three together to create a profile for yourself. And then you now start working on your positioning, then you start working on marketing, and before you know, you start attracting to yourself money. Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, please do not miss out on day 3 and day 4, and definitely the whole session, because each of these things are designed to form sequence that helps you to not just be established with the foundations, but helps you to effectively position yourself for whatever that is going to attract you the wealth beyond what you even desire to yourself. So, can I start? Can I start this business without having an online skill? Well, we were not talking about any business right now. We're not talking about any business right now. We're not talking. We not even mention any business. We just practically talk about the mindset of money, the mindset you need to evade yourself, equip yourself with for money. So uh, every other thing will be shared. Make sure you join day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Favor is also going to be sharing with you a presentation deck about everything you've been learning. Yeah, you'll be getting it very, very shortly. She's going to be engaging tonight. I think she did finish the conference section that was supposed to happen yesterday because she wanted to sleep. So, so she's going to be engaging tonight. So there's a question from Tolu Alashe here. Being good is relative. How do I get to meet with a client that can appreciate my skill more? Again, this is a question that is going to be tracked effectively in day 4. It's going to, because day 4 we are talking about creating offers and building trust that can creating offers at several creating offers of $10 to attract the general public, creating offers of $100 to attract those that can pay $100 for it, creating offers of $1,000 for people that can pay $1,000, creating offers of $1,000 or $10,000 for people that can pay $10,000 for it, but for things that has to do with you. So you have to go through the sequence to number one, establish your authority. So now, uh, that's read the laws of attraction. Okay, good, good, good. So if you're sure you've gotten about paying taxes that should it be paid, now I think I'm loving the question. Yeah, my question about paying taxes is that should it be paid only from the money we earn or the money we are gifted as well? Yes, from both the money you earn and income is separated into practically three. Number one, salaries and profit from business. Salaries and profit from business. Number two, gifts, gifts, gifts that you earn. Then number three, okay. Number one is salary. Number two is gifts. Number three is profit from business. Profit from business. Profit from business. Profit from business. Sir, are we going to get the live event link daily for the event, or we are going to? No, 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 not this particular link. This particular link just connect to this video, and you need to rewatch over and again. So let's quickly talk about something that is very very important. So your liberation has come. Some people are very good in their skill, but are still not rich. How do I get to it? Which it starts from your mind. All right. And a lot of this tomorrow's session is going to now be about we'll be talking about how exactly to make more money tomorrow, how to make more money starting where you are. So you don't want to miss out that session. You get the breakdown tonight. You said you teach us how to make 1 million. We have started. Listen, we have started. So you just have to finish through and walk through the whole session. Wow, there's a lot of questions here. I'm sorry, we are already exhausted of time. So let me just finish with this roundup, and then I think so. Let's just have today's wrapped up. So the first thing is that this conference masterclass is actually a subscription masterclass, and you want to. Some of you, if you had your jot and then you jotted through the session, please let me see in the comment section that yes, I jotted. Please remember to do how we can start making more insurance. So for your information, this live is something that is private. You cannot find it from YouTube at all. You cannot find it on YouTube. So anybody that joins the session, it is just for you because we want to, it is very, very inclusive. Yes, this is a free event, but it is not just something that anybody can walk in and beautiful. I can see people that jotted beautiful. So now, after the session, Favor is going to be sharing with you the prompt, but let me give you an idea of what it's going to be like. You're supposed to make a LinkedIn post and type out exactly the value you gain and how it ministers to you, the experience of the value you gain from both myself and Clinton today, and then tag me, and then both tag Clinton, and then share the post on LinkedIn with a link via your email, the email you used to register for this training session, for this free training session. Put the link in the post and tell people that if they want to still join the ongoing session, they can join, and let them know that these are the other things that we are about to talk about in the training session. Favor is going to share the exact prompt with you, but really, this is for you because the first thing about getting things done is for you to be able to number one, yeah. And when you've had what you've had, you're able to jot it down. Then when you jot it down, you internalize it. And from internalizing, you also share with people that this is exactly what you had or what you learned. So when you're sharing, that way you're actually personalizing it and you're getting yourself encapsulated with it. So and then what you're doing is that if you follow through the sequence of day one, you do day one stacks, day two, you join the session for day two, you do day two stacks, day three to day five, and day seven. You eventually get a certification at the end of the day of going to the Liberation Conference as an intentional person. There's something I also need you to know. Intentionality is the key of success. Because yes, I can share with you all the strategies that have worked for myself, that have worked for a lot of people that I've shared it with, over and again. But if you are not intentional about getting results, you will not actually get results. So please get a good image of you. post on LinkedIn and then write about the experience of going through Liberation Conference with your link that was shared with you via email. There's an actual link that Seller, SELAR, shared with you via email. Favor is going to share more details on that. Write a good post and talk about how you were blessed, how you were transformed, and tell people that, oh, they can actually join. The beautiful thing about it is that you also get about a 60%. But right now, those of you that joined very rarely, you joined without paying. But everybody that has been joining since I think 17th or 18th, I think they have to pay $5, right? They have to pay $5 or 5,000 naira depending on it. So the assignment is make a post about every single thing you learned. You can take a cue from, you can make the post tonight or, or tomorrow morning, tonight or tomorrow morning. I don't know. So some people still have their accounts restricted. Please go to, for you that have your account restricted, please engage the link in the book, the ebook I wrote. That is Basics of LinkedIn for Newbies. Engage that link until you get your account back. Engage that link until you get your account back. It's very, very important. Continue filling that form. They will unrestrict your account. They don't have a choice. Read my lips. That link has 99.9% recovery rate. Engage that link until you get your account back. Yes, read my lips. I know what I'm saying. Doctors have had to engage me. They came to me and then I gave them that same link I told to engage. And I told you to engage in the ebook and they got the account back in 2 days, 1 week. Some got it up after about persistence, like 3 months. Engage that link. Continue to send and fill that link until LinkedIn is tired of you. And then when you have gotten your account back, please set up your account and keep it back. It is very, very important. For those who are in a consistency challenge, well, I don't know, but just make sure you find a way to do it. You can either bring the tasks together into your consistency challenge, and please don't forget to use the hashtag Liberation Conference, yes, so that you can connect with other people that are joining the Liberation Conference from all around the world. But Favor is going to share you more processual details about it. If you're in a consistency challenge, you can map up the contents to join each other. Or Favor is going to send you the actual way for you to go about it. All right. Favor is going to send you the actual way to go about it. So once again, I think we'll come to the end of the session. Can we use it as a comment under our post? You can use the link as a comment under your post, but the actual post should be that what you gained from Liberation Conference Day 1 in terms of personal finance. Let people know. And when I say what you gained, share an experiential story. Exactly how it hits you. Let me know about it. Clinton, should I bring them out? So Clinton wants to share us something before we call it a day. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, that's all right. He's off. Then if you, I don't want to say if you gain value because I know you gain value, but if you feel you have been liberated, trend the liberation graphics. When I say liberation graphics, when my liberation has come, put it on all over on WhatsApp status. Then I also want you to understand that yes, we have a plan for you. At the end of the day, we want everybody to not just go from beyond liberation to implementation. So there's a plan for that. We want to guide you from beyond liberation to implementation. And we have the liberation telegram community that you can, in this telegram community, screenshots. Yeah, you can take screenshot of this session. So you can take screenshot and post on your status that you joined today, right? Uh, we have the liberation community that you can join on Telegram. This community will be having monthly sessions that will continue to hold you to continue to be liberated over and again and to be established in your liberation. So this community, it's cost about 3,000 rand to join. Favor is going to share details about that. Then there's the liberation implementation program. Is more like a challenge to help you make more than $1,000 in the month of December. Is I believe Favor has been engaging. If you believe Favor has been engaging you very, very, like Favor has held you accountable, like in the last couple of days since you registered for the Liberation Conference, let me see it in the comment section. Personalized messages she's been in your DMs back to back. If you're sure Favor has done that, let me see it in the comment section that, oh, Favor is amazing. Praise Favor right here on this call. Now think of Denu and Clinton now holding your hand to making more than $1,000 in the month of December to 30 December. So the Liberation Implementation Program is for this. It's actually a program. It's more like it can be a sales challenge, a structuring challenge, a positioning challenge, an authority building challenge, a make money challenge, and the goal is to get you over $1,000 in the month of December alone, even whatever thing you desire, right? And it's actually a program that costs $55 to register, right? But if you join the waiting, people is going to be sharing the details. Favor is going to be sharing the details via the group chat also tonight on how you can join to join the for just $35 the implementation program. And you also get when you join the implementation program, the wait list, you also get to join the liberation community. To join the liberation community on Telegram is a community that is about just it just costs $3.5 to join, right? But after that's the wait list. But after the conference, it's going to cost $5. So if you want to get in, make sure you get in like right about now. Favor is going to share the details also. Favor is wow. Favor is amazing. She's awesome. I'm so excited at this foundation. Now, think this is just the foundation. Now we're also going to be helping to build. So be get set to join Liberation Conference, get Liberation Implementation, the Liberation Community, and even more and more and more. Then again, one of the things, one of the reasons you need to do your assignment is the potential of even earning more than $1,000 even while the conference is ongoing. For example, when you share your experiential stories and people want to join, I get to make 60% commission from anything that people paying to join the ongoing conference. And that brings me to the question that a lot of people have been asking: that is this recording available? This is a link, a YouTube live session. Is going to be always available via the links. And then also when you join the community, you're going to have the links all put together. But since you're on the WhatsApp group, you always have access to the links. You need to put in the group description, I believe. If Favor has not done that, she's going to do that. She's going to put the links to each of the days so that you can always rewatch. Something about liberation is that you need to always immerse yourself in what started the liberation. You need to always remind yourself of the foundation so that you can always scale up from there. So yes, you can always come back and watch this over and again as long as you can click the link on the group. So we are not putting this down. It's only private. It's not on link. It's not on LinkedIn. It's not the link is not getting shared anywhere. It's just private to you because you're successfully onboarded for the conference. So please go over this again. Get the foundations. You know, when you listen over and again, you begin to get some things. You know, some things, some chords that did not hit initially begin to hit at you, and you begin to have the results that you've not you you you've not had before, right? So please go over this training and again, then share with your friends with your link because everybody has been added as an affiliate to this stuff. We are not you realize that it's not about the money because if it's about the money, I mean, we are giving you 60% of something that is costing us a lot of money to set up. I can't count the hundreds of thousands of naira that we have tried to put together to set this conference up. All right. So, and then some of you are also asking that can I get my liberation t-shirt? You can see I'm wearing liberation t-shirts. Favor is going to be sharing that details with you too. If you want to get, you can message Favor and say, oh, I want to, because this thing, what it does for you is that it puts you in the mind of, oh, yes, my liberation is now, my liberation has come. It reminds you of what you have gotten, and then you're able to get yourself to work and then get things done. So let's get going. If you were blessed by the session, make sure you make a post about it. Don't forget the once assignment so that you can get your certification at the end of the day. I can't wait to you. And then as we already have established, when you if you are going to get the certification, there is a potential of you making some extra bucks. And in fact, one of the things I am particular about is that I want you to go through the certification program in such a way that by the end of the certification program, you have made a lot of affiliate commission from from insurances and you're able to pay for the actual implementation of maybe $55 or $35 whenever you pay it. All right. If you pay now before the end of the 7 days conference, you are going to get it for $35, right? So that you're able to make it on the side and just pay. So you don't need to actually stretch yourself out out of your personal funds. You can make from the affiliation and everything. So if you believe you've gotten your liberation, type in the comment section, my liberation has come. People will continue the engagement. We'll get to meet us tomorrow. Tomorrow, the same time, 4 to 5, we'll be here talking about the continuation of this liberation conference. Then we also be having the question and answer from 5 and upwards. So my liberation has come. Type it in the comment section. Let me see about 10 before I go. And the I love my liberation has come. If you believe it, my liberation has come. Trend this everywhere. You have learned some things. Please go back through this conference again, this particular video, the first hour, watch over and again so that your liberation can be definitely evident. My liberation has come. So thank you guys. That will be my time. I'm so excited to have you, and tomorrow is going to be so much more. Invite your friends, tell them to join right now. They are going to be liberated. They are going to be liberated. They get access to watch this initial call, and they also are going to be able to access the next series tomorrow. So God has blessed you guys. I am definitely rooting for you. Favor is rooting for you more. And then I wait to see you tomorrow. God has blessed you. Bye.